This is entertainment podcast on all movies, TV shows, animes, and all sorts of storytelling and entertainment. And here we are talking about MCU. Obviously, Ms.Marvel is rocking here, and we are liking it. We are loving it actually, and the numbers are different because it is the least watched show right now, obviously, but it is not it is the most popular character, and it's the very newest character in the Marvel comics itself. Not even they introduced Kamala Khan in 2016. It's not even like 10 years or something like that. So obviously it will have that least viewing records. But the show is really good, and we were discussing about the show and all. We will have a review. We will have an after show for the entire show after the show ends. And as we were discussing, we got the thought like, yeah, we just have to rate the films, right? What do you think,
Yeah.
Harry? Like we have to, like, it's been like
Yeah,
a lot of time.
Of course, I am meaning to do this video. I am meaning to do a tier list because there are a lot of movies for MCU which I think this tier list will be a great thing to see where they lie. Of course,
Yeah,
most of you probably know the first and last movies, and if you
yeah.
don't, then you will know it after
Yeah,
this
yeah,
video.
yeah. So yeah, that's the thing we were talking about. And also like as we are tearing this film like that, it's not what is a permanent. It may change. It may, what do you say, our thoughts may change as we watch those films, and it will definitely have that repeating factor, like how repetitively can you watch these films, and these particular films, not the entire cinematic universe per se, but that particular film, like whether you like it, whether you don't, how often do you watch that particular film. So that tells you, right, like how much you like that film. So we wanted to do this thing for a long time. So without further ado, we'll just jump on in. So yeah, I'll just share my screen. So this is called a tier maker. It's obviously, it will be available in on the internet if you try to search as like Marvel tier list, and you'll get it. Where did I go? Okay. So we have every single Marvel Cinematic Universe film show right here, so that uh, we will have enough, what do you say, our opinions. And this is definitely like until E actually. It was obviously when you see these films, you will have a S to E, but as we love Marvel films a lot, we skipped E.
Yeah, we
in
can
our
do that to Marvel. We can do
Yeah,
that. Sorry, I'm sorry.
yeah, because Marvel films are, I people may agree or disagree for this, but even the baddest, like even the worst films of Marvel also do have many kind of good aspects in it, because they will try to reconnect those bad films also the in the future aspects, so that those kind of films make importance in the future also, in my opinion. So yeah, we thought like there is no E, and we don't like putting Marvel films in E. So I'll go first, obviously, and then Hari will do the next. So the first release, we are trying to go these films as a release order, as the films released in 2008, as they released, how they released it, and we'll go there. For me, like Iron Man, the first film was like, it's a very great film, to be honest, because many people talk about it all. It all started with that film and all. I agree a lot, but even it started it being a very solid film in itself. It had a lot of potential, right? It had a lot of great fun scenes. It had fun characters, great story in itself, and it had a lot of weight to that the particular story of what they are trying to tell. And I think it was like a very solid film. And I may go down when we talk about this films and all. I may go down, but for right now, it is in A for me. It's not like they it may change, but right now Iron Man is a very solid A for me. And next comes Incredible Hulk. I thought I said Hulk. It's Incredible Hulk. The thing is, I watched Incredible Hulk like what, three times, four times in my entire life. I repeat watched many Marvel films, and Incredible Hulk was not that. I may watch it like 2 years after. I have definite 2 year periods when I watch Incredible Hulk. So it had a lot of good things. Like it had Abomination. It had a different set like tone and vibe than we watched in Iron Man. But it always felt like it is not a part of the MCU. And also when I tried to
Yes.
suggest the what do you say MCU for newcomers, I often
Hmm.
forget about Incredible Hulk. I have to go back.
Yes.
Okay, man, I forgot a film. What was that? So then I'll remember. Okay, Incredible Hulk was that. So it didn't really made an impact for me. So I just put this on D. And then
Yeah, and
comes
another point is that the Incredible Hulk also felt completely one of those films which felt completely removed from the Marvel universe. I don't know why.
yeah,
Even when I
yeah,
watch it now, I feel the same way. It is kind of like that. It's completely different film, kind of like the Sony films we have for Spider-Man,
yeah, I agree.
completely removed from the MCU.
Yeah, I agree. And the next thing comes is Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3, I sorry, Iron Man 2, I'm very sorry for that. Iron Man 2 is a okay film. It's not like oh, it's a great film. It's not like that. It's a good film. It had many issues, man. It had a good, what do you say, good plot line that Iron Man is dying and all everything. But the way they tried, they approached it was not good, in my opinion. It was okay. It's not as bad as Incredible Hulk, but it is not, you like it's just one step higher than Incredible Hulk. So I'll just put it in uh, D list. As for now, it may change when we talk about the films coming on and all. So that's the stage that I would like to put for Iron Man 2 right now. And the thing is, Thor is definitely one of those films you feel like, yeah, it has a lot of potential. I feel like they try to do very, what do you say, great concept with that film, obviously. And when you see that film, it was like, okay, yeah, it's good. It's not like, ah, man, they did. It was like mind blowing and all. It's good. It's a very good introduction for Thor, and it had a lot of what do you Shakespearean vibes. I don't want to say that because I don't like Shakespearean and all. I don't do that, but it had those kind of elements for me. So I think Thor will go around C for now. And I said,
Also, also Thor was a bit darker tone, right? From what we get now.
yeah,
The first one was bit of a darker tone, so that's also comes down when we try to review the movie because we have not really seen Thor like that in my
yes,
eyes at least.
yes, I agree. And yeah, I like Thor, and I often watch it because it had a lot of great acting. Because Tom Hiddleston, Tom Hiddleston was killing it in Thor, to be honest. Because he was him, and even Christian Smith, I was not expecting that kind of acting from him. Even Anthony Hopkins, he was like that particular scene when Loki knows the truth and all. It was sincere, like fantastic acting in that film also. So yeah, moving on. Then comes Captain America, the first Avenger. I'm very sorry for that. This is a film that lives in my heart. It's not like I watch it too often, because some films I feel like they are so good. If I watch them too often, it like the magic wears off, right? I feel that the same way for Captain America, the first Avenger, because it's not like that the film is fantastic or something like that. It sets the stage for Captain America. How Steve Rogers as a character is, like how he thinks, how he behaves, what he believes in. This film like really sets the stage to the future. So that's why when I watched this film, okay, they planned it. When I don't know if they really planned it or not, but they really had a great stage for Captain America. So for me, it is in B. It's not a great film, but it is a very good film in my opinion for that. Yeah, and then comes Avengers. Oh my God, Avengers! This is such a
First one to
film.
2012.
This is such a film which looked like a serial. Is the cinematography is like a serial, like a soap opera and all, but uh, the complexity of CGI for this, the story, everything is so good. It's seriously really really good, and it really made the superhero genre is what it is now. Like many people try to copy it, many people try to replicate this magic, they could not. And rightly so, Marvel has this kind of success because the first Avengers was such a great film. I would put this no other doubt. It may go down as we talk about, because we have a great films coming in the way. But yeah, as of right now, Avengers is on S right now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's so a great point is again a great point is Avengers started what we have today, kind of,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Before that, we had movies. Yes, of course, we had single movies. We have single heroes, right?
yeah,
2012 Avengers was the first one which came together, you could
yes,
say. So
yeah,
that's where this Avenger craze started from. So it will always have a special place in any MCU fan's heart. Not even MCU fan, any movie person's heart, it will have a special place. What even after 50, maybe even 50 years, we will watch this movie and we will be like, that is a classic movie. But
yes,
that is a
yes.
classic. That's how we will see this movie.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And moving on, we have Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is a very interesting film for me because many people may diss on this film. Many people don't like it. Many people love it. I like many people has this kind of situation like, yeah, man, they totally deceived us with the Mandalorian fist and all. Mandalorian, I forgot the Mandarin. I'm very sorry.
Mandarin
I
Fist.
brought Star Wars into MCU. Yeah, the Mandarin, the villain reveal and all. I for one, I really did not care. I was like, okay, that was seriously fantastic because Ben Kingsley was such a great actor. He is such a great actor. Is pardon my language, because he's when you think Ben Kingsley in a film and he's doing a villain character, you think, yeah, this is real. He is playing Mandarin and all. And when the tone shifts, when the reveal happens and all, it was like, oh my god, did they really do that? It was a great surprise for me, and I really loved it. And as of the entire film goes, I had hit and misses for the film, because as we are rating the film, these films with the entire film, not only just some superhero or very likable moments, the entire film it had hit and misses for me, because some didn't work for me with the artist killing Guy Pearce's film as an example. He really didn't work for me. So but this is a Tony Stark film, not an Iron Man film. It's a Tony
Mm.
Stark film. Like rather we watch Iron Man 1 or Iron Man 2, this is a way different film than we thought, and I liked it. And right now it will go around B for me.
Yeah, I
That's why,
think
like,
B is fair.
yeah, right. I
But
feel like
maybe below first Avenger, maybe a little bit below.
definitely below First Avenger. First Avenger is like
Yeah.
so good for me,
Yeah.
but it had everything. Like First Avenger had a compelling villain. Can we say? Like with Red Skull, I don't know. But Red Skull gets better.
Okay. Let's
He
give him
gets
that.
better.
Let's at least give him that.
Yeah, he gets better in the future.
Yeah.
That's what we can say. And then comes Thor: The Dark World. What do we even say about this film? The film had a lot of promise. We have to talk
Yeah,
about
of
that.
course.
When the
Yeah.
teasers came, the trailer and all, many people, like for India, and also many people may not know that I watched this film like 2008. I started watching this film because I watched like Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man in theaters.
Mm.
After
Yeah, I
like
also.
they re-released the trilogy and all. And yeah, when I watched this trailer and all, I felt like, yo man, they are doing very. Oh, I'm very sorry, man. I tried like I I confused like this is Thor and this is this is Thor. I confused with the like posters. They are very similar. What can we say? Yeah. As you said, it had a lot of promise. It had a lot of potential, but the way they went, it was shit. Let's just say this is the most uh, behind Hulk. This is the most forgettable film we have right now.
Of course.
Yeah. So that okay.
It's even worse than it's probably the worst film of the MCU history. I think probably.
Yeah, I agree because the villain itself killed the film.
Yeah.
The villain is so bad we didn't even care about Thor in the film, so it goes on D, and
Yeah, of
then
course it's
comes
going.
then comes oh my god, then comes Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Ah,
I am so in love in this film. With this film, it was like, oh my god, it was seriously good.
I absolutely love that film.
I
There's nothing else to say.
didn't.
I think it's the best Captain America movie out of the three.
Definitely
I think,
no.
in my
no,
opinion, it's a lot better than Civil War 2. Civil War, I loved it, but it's better than Civil War for sure.
No argument at all. Winter Soldier is the best Captain America film till date. No argument at all. It had everything, man. For a 70s spy thriller, it had everything. It had even if you watch the first Avenger film, first Captain America and the second Winter Soldier, the fight sequences changes, the total entire direction changes. Obviously, the new directors, Russo brothers came and all. The tone changes, everything changes, right? It had a very breath of fresh air, and the fish out of water character for Captain America, like Steve Rogers in this film, is done very well. It really stuck. This film really cemented the stage for like as when Captain America, the first Avenger, showed what kind of person Steve Rogers is. This showed like even when situation goes dire, you have to change with the times also. Steve won't change. This film showed that, in my opinion, and I put it this.
And another point you said, which was really good, right? You said right, Steve won't change,
Definitely
and
won't change.
we saw that in the third movie.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
In Civil War, how he doesn't change. Even after fighting his best friend, he still won't change. He was still going after Bucky. So that's that. I think the second movie cemented what Steve Rogers is like. What's his personality? What is he like? What is he all about?
Yeah, I agree. And also like this is the advantage of the cinematic universe, right? When you set these kind of films with stages and all, the character change does not change, and also we know what kind of character such character, like particular character is, and this really helps us to get what is attached to these particular characters. And I have to say Captain America is my favorite character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Spider-Man won't, Spider-Man, like no one can replace Spider-Man for me. I'm the biggest Spider-Man geek you may know. After Spider-Man comes Captain America, and right now as Cap is not there in the MCU. Spider-Man is really touching that spot right now. The first top spot. I'm coming back. He's saying for me. So yeah, Captain America Winter Soldier will be a for me, and then
and
comes
you can't forget that, and you can't forget that. Sorry, and you can't forget that Captain America has some of the most awesome action sequences you will ever see in MCU.
yes,
Let's just put it there,
the
right?
melee
I'm not
action
talking about
symbol.
powers. Yeah, melee actions is the best. The
Yes, I
melee actions,
agree.
of course, that's
I
the
agree.
best in Marvel.
Yeah, I agree. And then comes Guardians of the Galaxy. To be honest, when I saw the trailer, when I saw the teaser and all, I really didn't think this is a Marvel film. I didn't know that there is a group called Guardians of the Galaxy. Even though I read some of the comics and all from Marvel, I really didn't know that. Okay, Marvel is doing this. When I got to know, I thought, man, you had a great film with Captain America Winter Soldier, and you're trying to do this right now. Are you really that, what do you say, confident that you have, even you have shitty films, you'll have enough success, right? But when I saw this film, man, oh man, I have to say, this is a great film. It had it what do you say? It exceeded every kind of expectations. To be honest, it went a very different way than I expected. The teasers and trailer tells you so, but what you expect is different, right? From a Marvel film until that point. Yeah, you watch certain kind of genre and all, but when you see these kind of films, it will change a different. What is okay? They are trying way different, and you can't expect what will they do in the future also. So I put Guardians of the Galaxy in A. Don't worry, many other films are coming. They are exceeding films and all. So that's why we are making the stage right now for Marvel right now. So then comes Age of Ultron. People say that Age of Ultron is just a stage film. Like they had a lot of things happening in the film. It really didn't work in the emotional level and all. For me, it's completely different for me. Although
Yes, I was waiting for someone to say that. I was waiting for someone to say that. Everywhere I've seen this, but I don't agree at all. You talk, then I will say.
for me, I have to, even though I put Avengers the first part in the first like S tier right now, I feel like Avengers Age of Ultron is better than Avengers the first part for me particularly, because Avengers the first part had a clear goal. Loki is coming, something's happening. They have to bring the people together and something like that. It is uh, it is hard in its own way. Like you have to create different kind of characters and also put them together in a team. Avengers Age of Ultron has a different agenda. You have different like thinking people. They have different type of people. They are already in a team. How will they succeed? Like how will they survive in that team? How will their thoughts clashes with one another, and what will they have different what do you say, issues and all. Do they agree with all of them? Do they, what do you say, have different kind of opinion? Do they fight each other and all? This film really is foundation for the what is the future films to come. This really showed every single teaser for the next 10 other films to come, right? In my opinion, it was that kind of film. So it had issues obviously, because it is taking a lot in its plate to show that, oh, they are trying to build a very big universe in a very grand scale. It had issues, but For me it was like even Avengers also I didn't watch that much. That I watched Avengers Age of Ultron, because I watched Avengers Age of Ultron a shit ton. For me it was like, oh my god, it's not a great movie like Avengers, but it is a most rewatchable movie for me. As this is my tier,
Yes, of course.
I will put it in A. Maybe
Yeah.
people may go for B and C and all. This is my A, definitely in my A. And then comes Ant-Man, 2015's Ant-Man. Believe it or not, I will say something. Ant-Man, I watched it like 35 times. This is my most watched MCU film till date. Like I watched my other films like with bits and pieces. I want these kind of fight scene when I was eating and I was trying to watch something else. I'll just skip everything. I'll just watch that particular scene and right. Ant-Man, I'll just start it. It goes on. I'll watch it even in midnight. Also, if you put that film, I'll watch the entire film. I won't even skip it. For me, I was like that. That is one kind of film for Ant-Man for me. So it'll go on A for me. Next comes Captain
So
America.
Ant-Man, one point of Ant-Man is more than a, what do you call, it's not an emotional thing like Age of Ultron was, but it's fun.
And
You
also
will
it's
have fun
like
watching Ant-Man.
Ant-Man series entirely is such a series. Like you have a heavy film from Marvel with these Avengers films, right? For Avengers Age of Ultron and also Infinity War. Then comes Ant-Man. The next film is Ant-Man, and they try to, what do you say, balance the tone. Right? They want to balance the emotions of the film. So though they work really good for me. And next comes Civil War. I won't even talk anything about it. I'll just put it in S. Civil War
Civil War
series
is
is good.
S tier. So
S tier.
you may be asking why we are putting Civil War above Winter Soldier, right? And
Yeah.
we also said that Winter Soldier is the best of the Captain America movies. We
Yes.
said it in terms of Captain America, how he is,
Yes.
what he is. That
Yes.
Winter Soldier, what do you say, completed more. That showed us how Steve Rogers is more. Civil War just took it to the next level. Let's just
Yes.
say that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And I don't even want to talk about Civil War, because what if I start talking about the film, there will be a big list for it. It had Spider-Man. I don't even want anything. It had Spider-Man in it. That's enough. S rank. And here comes Doctor Strange, the first film. When I first saw the trailers for it, I decided I'm going for the theater. People may saying, "Yeah, this is not going to the theater, not a big deal." It is a very big deal. I live in
It's a
Gachwell.
very big deal.
I have to travel like 60 kilometers to watch these English films in a multiplex. I could not see like it is. Although there is a theater like 5-10 steps beside my house, they don't release an English film in our town. It have to travel a lot. That's why when I say like I'm decided to watch this film in theaters. It's a very big deal for me, right? Because I have to take an entire day just to watch a single film. It's a very big hassle for me. So that's why I give theater watching that kind of importance. I value that because that experience will be so much worth the wait and all the travel, the hassle I feel through. And Doctor Strange made it happen. But when I watched the film, I was like, okay, it was really good. The concept is not deep enough for me. Like the story is not that deep, but the way the visuals, the foreshadowing, the character itself really is really good. And for me, it is like a B.
Of
It's
course,
not. It's
it's not
not.
better than the first Avenger. It's not better than uh, Iron Man 3,
For me,
but it's still a great movie.
Iron Man 3 is
Uh,
it's
yeah,
It's like
Yeah,
that.
it's okay. The B tier, except for Captain America: First Avenger, both of them are interchangeable. You can. It's your opinion.
Yeah,
What you can do.
Captain America Civil War is way better than Iron Man for me. And
Yeah.
then comes like this is the situation right now. Maybe this will
Mm.
change. Maybe this will
Yeah.
change. This is the situation for me right now. Like Captain America, Winter Soldier, Iron Man,
Iron Man,
Ant-Man, Avengers
Ant-Man,
Age of Ultron,
Age of Ultron.
and Guardians of the Galaxy, because Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is I love the most. Even
Mm.
even in the series also. The next is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So first of all, I have to say that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is way better film than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 for me. I'll just put it here. I feel like
Yeah, of course.
it had a lot of complicated issues in the film. Actually, it had a they are the what do you say? Obviously, they said that it's a messed up family, the family dynamics of the family particularly and all. They handled it so well. I didn't even think they could have done that.
I mean, Peter Quill was a freaking planet.
Yes,
What else do you want to say?
he's a fucking celestial. What the hell was that? I was like, it had the soundtrack, the family dynamics when Nebula and Gamora talks about the childhood, when they fight, when Yondu dies. You feel everything sticks for me. Maybe many people say that I didn't. The first film was better. No, in my opinion, the second film was way better than first, because the thing is everybody says that yeah man, the first film is already always better. Yeah, I know the first film is always better because you always set a stage so that the second film or the next film will have to cross it, so that you'll have that, right? Many films don't do that. Even in Marvel also, many films don't do that. The following films don't do that well in the story aspect and also. But for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, it did for me. And then comes Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming, I won't even talk. It's first A.
Yeah, that's the perfect spot. It's not quite an S, but it's the best A, I think so.
I was flabbergasted when I watched this film. I really didn't know that I wanted this until I watched this. You know, this expression comes, no? Yeah, man. I didn't really had to like. I really like. Obviously, I read a lot of comics on Spider-Man. I watched a lot of TV shows and all, everything on Spider-Man and all. But the school aspect of it, I really felt it. Yeah, they nailed it. As I said, it was fantastic for me. I always felt like yeah, they did a very good job of it. And then comes Thor Ragnarok.
This was the I think this was the first movie I watched in college.
We were supposed to go, no?
Was this? Yeah.
We were supposed
this was
to
the first
go
movie.
together. You, me, Deepak were supposed to go, and we got the CA on that day. I guess we could not go.
Yeah.
We went separately then. We went separately for Thor Ragnarok, and there was a shitty multiplex called Viva Collage. Viva Collage or Viva Collage for us, and that is the only solution. Or else we have to travel like 16 kilometers in bus.
But still, the good thing is it was 3D.
Yeah, it was 3D. But I particularly don't feel good about 3D because I have glasses and all everything.
Yeah, that's a problem. But still, it was a really enjoyable experience with the 3D.
It is fucking hilarious.
I can endure that much. Yes, I can endure that much.
It is fucking hilarious. I'm just putting a third A. It is way better than Iron Man. Way better than Iron Man in my opinion. And I also watched this film a lot of times.
Yeah, and another thing, it
is the darkest film. This is the darkest film.
Yes.
Until
which is kind of ironic, don't you think? Which is kind of ironic. It's the most hilarious and the most dark. You don't usually get that.
Thor loses everything in this film. Thor loses everything in this film in one go. Like that is like, oh my god. And also every time you feel like that, where hilarious thing happens and you end up laughing the whole time. It
Yeah.
was seriously good. The tone is
Yeah.
really good in that film. And you may think that yeah, there are a lot of films in A, and there are what do you say? Why are you not giving many S's in this film? There are coming. There are
S's are
S
coming.
films.
We
Are,
have two big players. We
yes,
have two
very big
big
players.
players which have not
Very
even.
big player. Very big players. Then comes Black Panther. I have to be honest, man. I don't like Black Panther as much, but it is a really good film. The thing is, obviously, it had a lot of issues.
I may have a different thought. We will talk about when we get to
I
my list. You
I
just talk
felt
about
it.
your thoughts.
I felt like the African culture and all. It felt really home to me. Not like that they tried a different kind of culture from Marvel. Like they tried a different black community and all. The entire film is also the expressions, the emotions also feel like home to me. It's an Indian thing, right? The film really makes that okay. Yeah. We also feel like that because we watch a lot of white people privileged films. Obviously, we let's just say, man, it is what it is. But when you see these kind of representative films, it really hits home for us. Okay, man, there are many similarities with our culture. There are many similarities that we go through. These films do that. In that way, Black Panther helped. Like, okay, yeah, they did a very great job with that. But as a whole film perspective, I felt like that there are many issues I felt in the film actually because even uh, the death of T'Challa when they said this when they show that he fell off and he comes back, and there are some issues I felt like okay they could have done it better. So that's why do I feel it goes beyond this? No, man. I feel this is the perfect spot right now. But when I said all these films right now, it may change. So right now it is what it is. Then comes Avengers Infinity War. I don't. This is the silence we had after watching the film. We went like what, 8 people, 7 people? How many people went?
Yeah, we went a lot of people. Maybe
Me,
6 or 7.
Vidyasagar, Deepak, you, Romil didn't come, no? 5 people we went, huh?
Did he?
Saurav came.
I
Saurav
think
came.
it did come. Saurav came. Yes, Saurav came.
Romil watched
Okay,
even
still,
before us. Like
yeah,
he went to the
yeah,
afternoon show. We went
yeah.
to the
Six,
six
six
o'clock.
people.
Yeah, we went to the 6 o'clock show. After the film ended, we were like flabbergasted. They killed fucking Spider-Man. I was like, I was like, these guys are talking. Harry, Deepak, and all was discussing what the fuck did they watch and all. I was like sitting like that is like that only. I was like, yeah, you could have killed everybody. You killed fucking Spider-Man. Then I was like that kind of situation for me. No doubt.
Yeah,
Top is
and another I will elaborate more when we get to my list. But one thing I really is that I want to say is that for the whole movie Infinity War, there were instances where we were cheering, we were screaming our lungs out. Right?
yes, yes.
There are a lot of things like that, scenes like that. But when that last maybe 10-15 minutes came, we were the whole theater from where we watched was silent. I
Silent.
could
We're
feel that
fucking
it was.
sobbing, man. We were fucking mess.
Yes,
Then what the fuck are we watching? Like at all the time we were like,
yes,
okay, this guy comes and saves it. This guy comes and saves it. No, like something is
yes,
happening, but also nothing is happening. Thanos is winning every time. It was like that kind of situation for us. Like, okay, what kind of situation? And when Iron Man was stabbed, okay, yeah, this fucker gone. And Romil,
mm,
that idiot, he told us, yeah, something really big is going to happen. We thought Iron Man is going to die. We
yeah,
had that, yeah, we what you say, we already prepared for it. But when it happened, okay, it was not okay. Romil already said Iron Man is going to die.
mm,
What we didn't expect is like everybody is going to die. That was
yeah,
seriously like they hit us for us. And then comes, moving on, obviously, then comes Ant-Man and the Wasp. To be honest, I didn't like that much. I was like, it's not a bad film, it's a good film, but I was expecting more from an Ant-Man film, because I already said that I really loved Ant-Man, the first film. The Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was like, it didn't hit that well for me, and it will go around C for me. More
C
than
is for
Thor,
me. Yeah,
more
yeah.
than Thor, but no more than Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is way better
This
than
list is
Ant-
looking like we are agreeing for the most things. I don't have to change that much. A little bit, not
yeah,
that much. We will talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah. And then comes Captain Marvel. Really remember that we had um, our English CA, no, midterms, our midterm examination. It was
Yeah,
English that day, March 8th, 2019. I alone single-handedly booked my own tickets, and these guys had their own plans, and all. I could not meet them, and I thought, yeah, man, fuck it, I'll just go watch it, and I went. I had a lot of expectations, to be honest, because after Infinity War, our expectations boundary went like sky high, and it went out of the roof, definitely. So I thought, yeah, these films will be like hitting out of the park, definitely. But I was disappointed, I have to say, when I saw the film. Like, it is also not my most rewatchable film. It is a better film, and also it is uh, not top tier MCU.
yeah.
If you say, it
It,
is
it
my.
it it had a lot of potential, but
Yes, it had. That
I
is what
would say that
disappoint. That is,
much.
it was disappointing. No,
Yeah,
it had a lot of potential. It was not like they didn't use it. Some films in the future also had those kind of situations for me, but at that particular time before Endgame, which was coming like what 2 months, 1 month before or 2 months before, but this movie came as like the only post credits in Infinity War had. But when what we expect something, right? It didn't deliver in for me. It's still a okay film. It's an average film for me. So yeah, that go and after that, Avengers Endgame comes. I'm
mm.
just putting it. Avengers Endgame is way better than Infinity War, in my opinion.
You really think?
My opinion.
I have a different opinion. Okay, I
The
will
thing
talk
is,
about that.
yeah. I think the thing is, for me, Infinity was so good, so good. It really didn't give me satisfaction, because like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Mm.
How could they just end that film like that, right? Endgame, like, it swept me. Like the first 1.5 hour of the film was like, I was feeling the same thing, exact same thing the characters were feeling, right? They like did a very big injustice. They don't owe me anything, but I feel like they owe me something, and they took it away from me. And the first 1.5 hour, many people say first 1.5 hour of Endgame was drag and all. No, no, no. It was the
And
biggest,
not at
like
all.
the best solid ground for Endgame, actually, for me. Like, okay, that's why I felt like the satisfaction it had. The no, I don't even say that the third act battle, the biggest battle of Infinity Saga and all. I don't even feel like that, but the entire story itself, because it's about grief. There are many characters and also many stages of grief you see, because uh, Tony moves on. Cap tries to move on. What do you say? Natasha really tries to do. Yeah, man. I had this. I lost it. I tried to do good now also. Like right now, like Hawkeye still is in anger mode. Yeah, if I lost
Mm.
a great deal, I will, like, clear everything in my way and all. There are a lot of stages of grief in the film. It really resonated for me, and ultimately gave the satisfaction I had, even from what do you say, Infinity War. It was like, yeah, something's going to happen. Yeah, we will win this time. We will win this time. At the end, it really didn't matter because
Mhm.
Thanos wiped everything, everybody, on the floor or something like that. But Endgame really gave that kind of situation. Yeah, it had stakes, it had everything. Obviously, you could have done a very different way, but Endgame really helped me. That kind of situation for me. Then comes Spider-Man: Far From Home. I have to admit that after watching Homecoming, I was expecting a way greater film than Far From Home. It really didn't work that way, but it is really a good film for me. It really the post credit scene twist aside, my for me, Mysterio was a great film, great villain than many other villains we see in MCU right now because he's a common man. Can we say he's a common man? He had a very great potential, and also he had a very different vibe. Rather, if you watch a lot other films and all, I feel like that. And I put Spider-Man: Far From Home. Yeah, here, man. Not better than Iron Man, but it is still better than Ant-Man in my
Yeah,
opinion. You may have different opinion. For me, because it is still Spider-Man, and I thought like, why didn't they just couldn't do very like an Endgame edition of Spider-Man, right? Why couldn't they just made a great film like Endgame for Spider-Man particularly? I felt so. Yeah,
can you just give me a minute?
yeah. And then comes WandaVision. WandaVision is such a show that I didn't really expect that they did what they did, because I was as the pandemic the entire schedule was changed, and when I was really expecting Loki, right? I was like really excited on Loki, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because Falcon and Winter Soldier, the dynamic when I watched the Civil War film and all, I felt, yeah, man, this really could have a really, what is a great experience in my opinion. But when I watched WandaVision, I was like, every episode it really got way better than I expected, because uh, what I expected was okay, it will be okay, but it went way great. So I will put WandaVision. Yes, it is still one of the best shows MCU has right now for me.
Yeah, but I have a show which is a bit higher than this. It's not
Yeah,
Miss Marvel. There is a show higher than this.
there is a show higher than this too for me also, but right now, WandaVision is better right now for me.
Yeah,
And then comes Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was like, I was expecting maybe a lot from the show. It promised really what I was thinking, and it kind of delivered. It really in the villain part, it really felt they could have done a very good job. In that scenario, it really didn't feel that much for me. But right now, if I have to put it, it will be around here, better than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 for me, because Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I really didn't expect that it had, and the black representation is way good than Black Panther in my opinion, because the Black Panther is totally culture different, right? It is like the black people in America, how it felt. I really loved it. And next comes Loki. Oh
oh,
my God, Loki! I'm putting it right here. There are some bad episodes in Loki. One bad episode. The third episode was not good for me. That's why it didn't go above WandaVision. Above is because it is a very serious contender of that top position in TV series for me for WandaVision, because Loki really had great concept and it really delivered. The last episode, they had the audacity.
Episode 6.
They had the audacity to introduce a new character, to have a sitting battle, to what do you say, create a multiverse. In one single episode. I was like, okay, man. At this point of time, MC is doing what they wanted to. Like they all this time they just wanted, to make money right now. But at this point in time, Loki is really proves that, in my opinion. And then comes Black Panther. Black Widow. I have to be honest, I was way excited than I should be for this film. It was supposed to release in around before Civil War or after Civil War. It was supposed to release that time. And when I watched that film, I was like, I theaters didn't. Theaters was closed uh, in India, right, and at that time, and I could not watch it in theaters at that situation, and I had to wait a month. And I don't want to go, I want to say this in legal situations because we know what we do when we don't have in theaters and all. But yeah, I watched in Disney Plus Hotstar. I was disappointed. It was not like I was like it's not a good movie. It's a very good film, but it had drawbacks also, I felt. So I will put this film behind.
Yeah.
Maybe because
Okay. B is fine.
Maybe Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange was a little better, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Thinking about it right now, yeah, Doctor Strange is way better than Black Widow right now. And then comes What If. I'll just put it. The thing is, I may even go to D also, but it had really good episodes from some point of time to time actually, because I'll be honest, man, I don't even care about Captain Carter. Even Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness also, I really didn't feel that Captain Carter was a very big deal to be had, because it's a derivative character. I don't have anything against any derivative character or something like that, but it felt it is a really easy bet they could have done, right? Like, okay, they changed the character. Obviously it had its own issue, what do you say, disadvantages and all, but I felt like they had a lot. Obviously in the advantages, just did it, that's it. But the Doctor Strange episode was like, oh my god, it was so, I really didn't expect the ending. I really loved it. And then the zombie episode, they released around 9 episodes in that show, and I really like the first zombie and Doctor Strange episodes. That's why it is in C list for me. And then comes Shang-Chi in the Legend of Ten Rings. I'm putting it.
For sure. I mean,
many people may not accept this, but oh my god, Shang-Chi in the Legend of Ten Rings, I was not expecting this to be that good. That was fucking fantastic. When I watched it, like that was the first time I watched it in Dolby Atmos. I went to a particular theater for this film because I could not go earlier, but when I watched this in particular, that kind of experience, I was like, yes, this is what the Marvel Cinematic Universe we wanted to have after Phase 3, right? I felt it, and it really delivered in that kind of aspect for me. Yeah. And then comes Eternals. Many people don't like this film, and also I don't think it really deserved that negative Rotten score, because it's around 48% of Rotten Tomato score. I really don't think, but it is different. It is different, and it is better than Black Widow.
Yes.
It will not go above Captain America, First Avenger for me, because
First Avenger, for sure.
First Avenger is seriously good, and Doctor Strange is a standalone film. I feel like it is way better. And Eternals, it had a different approach. Let's just say it's a very good film. the list shows itself, because even Captain Marvel is a $1 billion collected film. It is not that good as Eternals, in my opinion, because it had
Yes,
really,
of course.
really different approach. That's all, and people didn't like it, in my opinion. That's
And Eternals is a really great example of what I am really sad about for Eternals is also the same thing that happens to many other films, right?
yeah,
The potential lost.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the sad thing. That's a sad, because they could have done so much more,
Yes,
right? Say they could have done so much more with Eternals.
and also they could
I,
not right now
I would
because
even say,
they are
yeah,
trying to do a
I
very
would
big
even
big
say,
thing, right? Like the Celestials
hmm,
came and all. I thought, yeah, okay, I can live with that. I thought, yeah, continue, please.
yeah, and Eternals, I would go so far to say Eternals, if done right, could have been closer to Avengers. I think that S
It could
tier,
have,
it could have been close. It could have been closer to the S tier. I'm not saying it could have been the best. It's
yeah.
still maybe the last of S tier, maybe the last of S tier, but still that's not a bad movie if it's an S tier, of course.
For me, it could have gone to A, not S. S is like elite,
Okay.
man. What I'm about to give, like other films right now, it is elite itself, because not a lot of films are coming for elite itself, because the shows and all, they did a very great job for elite and also.
Yeah.
People may disagree with us, but I feel like as our personal opinions and all, yeah, elite, it could not, it would not go for me. And moving on for us, Hawkeye. And I have to be honest, guys, I really didn't
Okay.
like that much. It is, I like Black Widow way better than Hawkeye.
Yeah, that is fine. That is fine. I think for me, maybe a little bit higher than Black Widow. Otherwise, probably the same.
Yeah, yeah. That thing, that is the situation. And then comes Spider-Man No Way Home. I'll just put it. Namaste.
I The first day we watched, we talked about it, right? When we watched it,
I
how do you
cried a
feel?
whole day for that film. Not even like the potential cameos, potential new villains, the fan service of the film. No, the ending of the film, the Peter Parker's journey of Spider-Man, like the MCU Peter Parker's, Tom Holland Peter Parker's journey, the entire situation. He could have had a lot of situation. People give a lot of shit on him. I don't even care. He was the perfect Spider-Man I could have had. Like, he really embraced all the worlds of Spider-Man, even from the comics, shows, films, and all. He was really good. And this film, like, I watched twice on in the same day. I went for a Dolby Atmos. I traveled around 60 kilometers for the first, like, 9 o'clock show in the morning. Then I had like the tickets were seriously, what do you say, scarce. The bookings were so fast, I could not get any tickets. So I thought I may book a, what is a uh, safety ticket. Like I will uh, watch it on in night also. So I booked on 10:30 screening. So when I watched the first time, I was like, this is the best MCU film till date. That it resonated with me. I was like, okay, it was, the emotions worked and all. And then I thought, yeah, man, it's really good. Do I have to go for the second time? I thought. And I said, yeah, man, let's just go. And when I watched, when I came out of the theater, it was like around 1:15 or something like that in the night. I was riding my bike and all. I was sobbing. I didn't even know. This is the first time I cared about a character in Marvel Cinematic Universe that much. I was like, what will they do? What will Peter Parker will do in this situation? He is in, like, he lost it all, right? I felt like it was that high for me, and it deserved every bit of single rupee it got. It deserved more. It really didn't. It didn't release in China. It could have easily crossed Infinity War. It could have easily got one of the best, like what is the collections till date. It didn't release in China. It had that disappointment for me. It could have easily got that, easily crossed Infinity War from me. Spider-Man is still elite for me. Spider-Man, as I said right now, like I needed a end game for Spider-Man, and they delivered it. I loved it. And you will talk about you when you thought, right? So yeah, and then comes Moon Knight. I'll just put it, man.
Moon Knight is what do we say? I will talk about it. You don't worry. Moon Knight is one of my favorite shows ever. Not even I'm not even saying just MCU. I'm saying ever.
This is way better,
Yeah.
way better. I love Avengers and all, but Moon Knight. Maybe it
Moon
may
Knight
change.
is dark. Let
Yes.
me say one thing. Moon Knight is dark. It is brutal, and I love that it is brutal and it is dark.
Yeah, yeah. And I have to say this may change in the future. Like Avengers also may come back, but right now, in my peace of mind, right now, Moon Knight is top right now. It may change in the future. Yeah, I don't even want to say anything about it. And then comes Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'll just put it.
Yeah, solid B. Maybe. Yeah, I also thought it was a little lower than the Doctor Strange first movie. I also thought that.
The thing is, I have to say here, the thing is, after Spider-Man No Way Home came, I had no expectations. Even after Endgame, also, I thought, yeah, what will they do now, right? Like, what will they do? What is the situation? They ended it a very particular way, the very like good way. I felt, and I had one situation is like I just had only one Spider-Man film. Will they go and all Far From Home? How will it be? But when I watched No Way Home, I thought I don't even care what kind of films we'll have in the future. I was satisfied. What kind, whatever Marvel gave me until No Way Home, I was satisfied. Even if I don't even watch a single show after No Way Home, I was okay. I was okay. That is the situation. But still, they promised us multiverse of madness. There was not enough madness in the multiverse. I felt,
Yes. Yes.
and everything everywhere all at once is way better. If you didn't watch the film, you should definitely watch it. It's way better. The thing is, yeah,
Again,
I felt,
same thing. Again, same thing. Potential lost.
yeah, potential, yeah, that it had a lot of potential in my opinion. The third act battle could have
Yeah.
been way better. My thought, even my imagination went way array because even after I watched the film and also they could have done a very great job. Missed opportunity in my opinion, but it is still a good
Yeah,
film.
of course.
I'm gonna watch it
Yeah,
today.
yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. It's rewatchable also. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
even saying that it's not rewatchable, but
yeah,
it could have been a lot more. That's what we are trying to say.
yeah. And the last thing today, only 3 episodes released right now uh, until this point, but I'm loving the shit out of it, the particular show. I have to say, and maybe people may think I'm a madman. Maybe people think maybe I'm a fucking idiot for do this, but I'm doing this right now.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Miss
It's the
Marvel.
best Marvel show yet. I don't know how the next 3 episodes will go, but
Yeah,
so far, it's the best Marvel show I have ever seen.
yes, I agree. So, yes, guys, this is the situation for me right now. This is my list of my tier list of MCU films all combined. I'll just read them through. First is No Way Home, then Endgame, Infinity War, Shang-Chi, Miss Marvel. It has a lot of potential. It may go down as the three other episode comes, but right now it is on the top list. And Moon Knight, I really didn't expect it to be that good. And Avengers, Civil War. Many people,
Civil
if
War.
you see this list, many people think, yeah, this guy is a fucking idiot. Just see, man. I have in Moon Knight and Miss Marvel ahead of Avengers. Avengers and Civil War. This is the situation for me right now. But still, this is my opinion. Fuck your opinion. WandaVision, Loki. Loki had a lot of potential, but the one episode it really didn't have. I thought it could easily cross WandaVision, but it didn't. And then comes Homecoming. Love that film. Winter Soldier. It was great. And Thor Ragnarok, Iron Man, Far From Home. I was expecting a lot, but it delivered a different bit. Antman, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was expecting a lot. It had a one bad episode, I guess. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, then Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther 2. Many people may disagree for me, but Black Panther 2 stands that way. It may change in the future, but right now it is right there. And Captain America First Avengers is a very great film. It's a very good first stage of a film. The character was really good, not the film itself. The character was really good. And Doctor Strange, obviously the film is good. The character was like, okay, not deep enough. I felt that is the situation. And Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, a lot of potential could have been done. Could have been a lot of better, but it is what it is. But it is really ruling the box office right now. It is at $945 million all over the world. Eternals, really misunderstood film in my opinion. It could have been greater, but right now I really like that film. And Black Widow, really like that film, but could have been, like obviously I said, could have been 2 years prior, and also more stricter with the villain category. And Hawkeye, yeah, I really didn't had that, what you say, expectations in that film, and also it under delivered it for me. But it is still, nonetheless, it's a good entertaining show. Iron Man 3, one of the most rewatchable film for me, and I really liked it, and I keep on watching it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I was disappointed. I was expecting a lot because the first Ant-Man film was such a great film. But yeah, we can live with that. Captain Marvel, okay film. Thor, what if I already said? Yeah, and Hulk, Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 may come like the first. Like the first, Hulk was. Yeah, Iron Man 2, it's not a forgettable film. Hulk is. Hulk can be a forgettable film. Thor, the Dark World is shit. Let's just think about it. So that's it, guys. This is my list, and Hari will give his list right now. And as I already attached my what is the list right now. We will not take that long. I'm very sorry, Hari, not giving you, but I'll give you the time for your opinion on all. So Hari, the first thing is Iron Man. Where do you think Iron Man stands?
I think probably that's the best spot for it.
think?
Iron Man. Yeah. So what I would do is I've been agreeing mostly. Okay. So what I will do, I will just tell you to replace those which I don't agree with. Okay. Is that fine?
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
So first of all, I think for me, the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, Black Panther.
I think it's a level higher than Guardians of the Galaxy. First part, not second.
Okay, so you like Black Panther more than Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay.
Yeah, so I will tell you why. I like that because probably most of these will be my bias towards the villains, right? Yes. I like Black Panther's villain a lot. I like Killmonger a lot. That's the only reason why it's above than Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes. I think that's for sure. And same reason for Avengers Infinity War better than Endgame. I think for me that's the same reason, right? Okay. This may be controversial, but I think I like Thanos as a character and as a villain and what he wanted to accomplish, what he did accomplish, more than what happened in the Endgame. Whatever fan service, whatever resolution, whatever satisfaction we got, I think Infinity War for me had more weight than Endgame. Let's
Obviously,
say like that. Because
for me, actually, I just had to add this point. Infinity War is a better film than Endgame. Obviously, Infinity War, the storytelling, the narration, the villain being the protagonist, not the Avengers, the heroes. Villain being the protagonist, it changes the entire scenario of the film definitely. But particularly for a personal point of view, Endgame gives me satisfaction. As you had satisfaction for Infinity War better than Endgame. Yeah, continue please.
Yeah, so we could, and again, Moon Knight, again one other which I am really rating high. Of course, it's behind Miss Marvel. It's the same position. I don't want to change it, but I just want to add a point that I also love the villain in that. Ethan
Yeah,
Hawke is an amazing actor, and he
really
did
didn't
an even
expect.
more amazing job.
Really
Yeah.
didn't expect
So
that kind of action
yeah,
from Ethan
yeah,
Hawke.
so
Yeah,
it was awesome. And again, I want to again people want people to enjoy Shang-Chi more, just how much I enjoyed, because I think Shang-Chi may not be on the level of the other three which are above them, but still I don't think it's that behind, because for me all the first three S tier movies, they are very close to each other. I just think that one is a little better than us, the
yes.
other. Let's say a
And
29-30 difference.
do you really think Spider-Man No Way Home is way better than Infinity War, or just better than Infinity War?
Not way better. No,
Just
not way
better than,
better. Just
just
better.
better. Okay, okay.
That's mainly because of my bias towards Spider-Man. Nothing else. Otherwise, they are pretty much on par.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, and I want to talk about the shows as well a little bit.
yeah,
So the show placing, where I completely agree with you that that one episode from Loki, if that would have been a little better, I think Loki could have been better than WandaVision, but it's not the case, of course.
yeah,
But what I am seeing, what great thing I am seeing, that all the shows from Marvel which are recently released, which
yeah,
are in this era, let's say,
yeah,
all of
yeah.
them are at a high level.
Yes,
We have put Hawkeye in B. B doesn't mean it's bad or
yeah,
even average, right?
yeah,
For me, C is the average, right?
yeah, yeah.
Anything less than C, I don't want to even watch, right? Because I don't want to watch Thor Dark World again. I have already wasted my time. I don't want to waste it again. Iron Man, I have a little bit, maybe for me, Iron Man is even in the C tier.
This
uh,
one, the first one.
Iron Man 2. No, not
I,
first one. The second part.
so where does it go?
Yeah,
Like,
last of C tier. Last of the C tier. No, I
like
don't.
what if
It's just.
what? So you think What If is better than Iron Man 2?
I think What If had a little bit more masala in that. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Marvel, Iron Man 2 was a little bit generic. That's
yeah,
what I thought about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And Captain Marvel, we know Captain Marvel is, what do we say again, wasted potential.
Yeah.
Okay. And C tier is the average tier. Ant-Man and the Wasp was average, of course.
And
No
let me
better
tell you
than average.
guys, only 5 films out of 32 or 34 of outings of Marvel are at average, and maximum 3 to 4 of D tier for us. And also, we are fans. People may think it is, but it is a general thing actually, because the general consensus also is the similar way. It may change a film to film differently, but this is a general thing, obviously. Yeah,
Yeah, and last and another thing is, all these Marvel shows, right?
yeah,
Every show has a little bit of a dark element. Miss Marvel is the only one which doesn't have that right now. We don't know
yeah,
what will happen next. But for even Hawkeye, even if
yeah,
Hawkeye was the least of them, Hawkeye had some really dark and really messed up things. If you
yeah,
think
yeah.
about it,
I
right?
agree. I
All the
agree.
things that happened with Echo. So all these shows, and we can actually say that for Phase 4 as a whole, right?
Yeah, I
Marvel
agree.
Phase 4. Marvel Phase 4 is a bit dark.
Yes,
You
I
take
agree.
Eternals, Multiverse of Madness, even Shang-Chi. All of
Yes,
these movies are in the darker side, which is a really refreshing change of pace, if you ask
yes,
me,
yes,
right?
yes.
And
Yeah,
that's why we are appreciating shows like Miss Marvel more, because they
yes,
are completely different.
yes. I
right?
agree. Totally
So
agree.
these are the things which I agree. And yes, B tier best is Captain America, of course, first Avenger.
Yeah.
That's there is no qualm in that. And the S tier, people may be surprised we are putting WandaVision, because I have seen a lot of hate for WandaVision too, which I don't know why. Because people are stupid. That's
Yeah,
why,
people are stupid, definitely. But
right?
I thought
WandaVision is
maybe
really,
people will discuss whether we what do you say, we put Moon Knight what do you say better than Avengers, and also Shang-Chi is way better than Avengers also. I thought people like Avengers is a very golden child for many people. It really deserves to be. It is such a great film,
yeah.
obviously, but Shang-Chi is way better in my opinion.
Yeah, Shang-Chi has so much emotional impact, and
Yes.
we didn't even talk about the movie. I really hope now that we would have had a channel at when Shang-Chi released. That would have been
Right,
such
no?
an awesome discussion.
We should have
That
done this
was
in
that,
our college days only, because we could have had a lot of
yeah, that
discussions.
this would have been Shang-Chi, the return of the Mandarin, and the return of the return of Ben Kingsley. That thing with the twist they had,
Yeah.
it was unexpected. I didn't know
Yes.
there was a twist like that, but it was so awesome to see. And uh, and it just shows the acting caliber of him. He can
Yeah.
play a villain who is just so menacing, and then he can play a dorky dumb
Yeah. Right.
character. So
Yeah. Right.
so
That's what I loved about him
that's
in Iron Man 3 also. It was like they set a tone for the first of the film, and they changed it entirely. I was like, okay. I was like, I had to settle, right? Really did that for me, and all. That also they brought it in Shang-Chi also. It really worked.
and last special mention for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There are in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there are some topics which are really sensitive, which they touched on. You would know, all of you guys would have watched the show, of course. That's why you are watching this video. You would know, and especially I want to know if any black people are watching, or anyone watching. How did you feel about that? uh,
Yeah.
did it hit right at home? I hope, I'm hoping it did. And yeah, that's what I want to say. This is our list. Tell us that, did you agree, did you not agree?
Yeah.
What's your verdict on this? Shall
So
we take a screenshot and post it
yeah,
on Twitter?
definitely. I'll download it. I'll
Yeah.
just download it. Uh, MCU tier. Just give me a minute. MCU tier list. I downloaded. And
Okay.
anything to add, man?
That's all. We pretty much covered everything, I think.
So yes. So this is the list of Hari Vishwanathan's guys. Spider-Man No Way Home, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Shang-Chi, Ms.Marvel. Will we still have to see what kind of legs it have, and Moon Knight, Avengers, Civil War. Sorry for the sound background noise. There's some crackers coming on. Civil War, WandaVision, Loki, uh, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Captain America Winter Soldier, Ragnarok, Iron Man, Far From Home. I thought you might change Far From Home, but you didn't. Ant-Man, Avengers, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther. I was Guardians of the Galaxy was way better than Black Panther for me, but still yes. Uh, Captain America, the first Avenger, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Eternals, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Iron Man 3, Ant Man, and the Wasp. I'm sorry, and Captain Marvel, Thor. What if I thought you would what is it put what if behind Iron Man 2? Still okay, and Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, and Thor: The Dark World. So far, it is way similar than what do you say? What we agree a lot. Obviously there should be some films we should not agree, like as you changed it is for their own personal opinion and all. And I really love this thing, man, because we have the same similar aspects and all. We talk about these films, what we love, what we don't, and many all over the world also talk about these films with such love that they have and also these kind of things also arouse arguments also, right? Because they think this film is way better than the film that they argue about and all. And this kind of situation really helps us create a very healthy argument, I believe. And yeah, so that's guys for us. This is the tier we wanted to talk about for a long time, and we got the chance right now, and we are really happy of our rating. And Hari, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to do this for a lot of time, a long time, and
Yeah.
finally did it. Will we do a DC tier list? I am not feeling too confident.
The thing is,
Let's see. Let's see.
let's see.
Let's see.
They didn't have enough
Yeah.
structure to rate us on, because some films are they don't even acknowledge that they will be in a similar universe. So that's why we cannot particularly say that. That does not say that we hate DC. The thing is,
No, not
each
at all.
DC films has their own different kind of tonality and also different kind of story. They connect them films like differently. So that's why we can't.
And DC has stronger villains, if I so may say so
Yeah,
myself.
yes, definitely. Even in the comics, also DC has stronger villains than Marvel. So that's it, guys. This is our list. We wanted to do this for a long time, and we got the chance right now. And what do you think? Do you have your own list? Just comment us down below. Let us know what kind of tier you want to have, and follow us on Twitter at what we watch. On Twitter, we'll have the link is in description, and we tell us what kind of tier list you have. Send us your tier list. You can go to the what is a Marvel tier list on Google. You'll just have the tier list on yours, and you can rate your films yourself. So that's it, guys, for this weekend. This should have been a weekend discussion, but we will be what do you say busy, so we didn't have enough topics to say. So yeah, thank you, guys. I'm Bhanuprakash Shetty from and Hari Vishwanathan here, signing off. Thank you very much.